Ah, this sucks. We're already tweaking. Here, let's try this. It's supposed to be designed for this. Alright, not terrible. Great. Not terrible, but not great. Let's see. If the wind doesn't knock you down. It's a breezy day out here, breezy evening. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Shout out to Mr. Cotter. All right, let's. Hey, Dad. Welcome in. It's trying to rain here a little bit too much for my liking. All right, let's join this hotspot. Get my chat going. Can hang out for a bit. Tell some stories. As usual, it takes me forever to get set up. Now we're new format, new location, new everything. Gotta admit though, it occurred to me. Been running around all day since the stream ended this morning. Hey Jody, welcome in. There. Be quiet there. So running around all day, and it's like I gotta get home. I didn't want to work too hard today, and finally got back here. Took a dip in the lake to cool off. Oh, that was just perfect. Like, there's a shower just on the other side of the lake that I can use, but that dip in the pond was absolutely the bomb. So, the fudge. Tweaker's driving by. What am I doing here? Trying to get in the chat. Can't even open chat on my own channel. Let's refresh this baloney. I had the chat and then it closed. Oh, maybe it went full screen or something stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, get off the top chat. Let's go live chat. And yeah, it just cooled right off. It rained like a son of a gun. Like not pouring, thrashing rain, but it's too much rain altogether. We had like 3 inches the other day last week. I know you're still here. It's just I don't know where I am sometimes. So I just gotta edit my settings here. Try to get this. My laptop's all wet and sprinkling a few minutes ago. No, nothing wants to work here. My trackpad on the laptop's not doing that great. But as I was pulling back up, I was thinking to myself, you know, I never really saw the appeal of the tiny home thing. But now it's sort of, even doing it after one day is like, I kind of get it. It's like, that's, this is a decent way to live. You know, if your climate is conducive to that, here it gets down to 150 below in the winter. Something stupid like that. But as I try to make my way west, the weather definitely gets milder. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that RV scheme comes about. So what are we doing? We're doing a travel blog now. That's my category, travel. They don't even have that. Travel and events. So I'm a travel and events YouTuber now. Excellent. Ridiculous. Oh, here come the tweakers again. That's the owner and probably a select number of tweakers he's got with him. Just gonna stop and chat or what. Not there. They got business they're attending to. The sun is going down, but I already set up a little patio lights, so once it gets too dark, I'll switch the light on. I can talk all night, or until it doesn't make sense anymore. So what do we got going here? Ashtray, check. Cigarettes, check. I got what's left of my creamy Slurpee. I just discovered this like last week. It's like pour some Slurpee in and then some soft serve ice cream on top. It's amazing. We still got something going here. How's my oh yeah, still streaming. Still giving her. But yeah, the tiny home thing, it's I can see it being doable. I mean, when I first moved out to the country, I envisioned just being in a mobile home, either a single or double wide trailer, but it was acreage I was looking for. So I got a little bit of acreage and a whole lot of home, where I was looking for the reverse. I would have liked about 40 or 80 acres. Settled for 5, and this 2,200 square foot house, which was really impractical. Haven't had rain forever. I'll take some of your rain. PayPal me. This looks like an important message. The government and elite make it rain. Well, yeah, we know that. When they want and how much they want. Well, they seem to want a lot right in my neighborhood. I'm just gonna grab a towel so I'll make this chair a little more comfortable. Talk amongst yourselves. But yeah, when I got up this morning, I basically set up camp. Got Max kind of accommodated to the whole environment here. Max, you excited about all this? So then I was going nuts, hauling more stuff to the auction on the old skid steer trailer there. Shout out to Balmoral Roofing. Narrow, Manitoba for providing the trailer usage. What a blessing. Silver iodide, barium sulfate, aluminum sulfate. Shout out to sulfates. So yeah, just a busy day. Definitely toned down from the last 4 or 5 days. It's a long, you know, 14 to 18-hour days. Today was just, I got going right after the live stream ended. I mobilized and got some stuff done, hauled a couple loads to the auction, and then washed the truck and trailer. I had to stop at the feed store because this tweaker I know is trying to raise some animals and he doesn't know where to get feed, so I had to help him out. And so I got a barrel of feed that I'm gonna drop off tomorrow. I'll be dropping that trailer off tomorrow. And picked up some snacks, some foodstuffs. Picked up some stuff for the barbecue. I was gonna have a fire, but it rained so, not so hard, but it rained enough that all the wood is wet, so I'm not even gonna try to cook over the fire. Maybe I'll throw a pork chop on the barbecue later on. And so there's a lot of running around. It was just got back here around 6:30, something like that. So just went for my little dip, setting up the inside of the cabin, make it more homey. For whatever reason, they didn't put any coat hooks or anything on the wall. That would be a total game changer. I got the big cup back. I've got the strength to lift it finally. And so yeah, just kind of a hectic day, but nowhere near the pace. And I guess the irony is I've been doing so much driving lately, and I hate driving, and I used to be a truck driver. And I just, it's not so bad in the country, but city driving is, I'd rather just not go anywhere. Barium sulfate is used. MRIs, I found 7 pages of manufacturers who make the chips for satellites to see inside the buildings. Sounds pretty sneaky. Sounds like some what do you call that? It'll come to me. My brain is completely brain is not braining. Clandestine. What is it? What was Tuapre into? Clandestine operations. Do a CO sweep. That sounds very clandestine, Dad. Also used as red dye. Red sky is so pretty. I'm amazed at how much light these modern cameras pick up. Maybe they're just picking up the sulfates. I don't know. Could be the next big thing. So where did we leave off this morning? I was telling a story. Yeah. So who wants to hear the rest of the story? Who remembers what we were talking about? What was that story again? Let's see if Bao is restreaming this. Like I said, there's no content here to restream. If streaming me causes his Smurfwatch memberships to increase, stream away, Badger, or restream away. But I think you'll be wasting your time. I don't know. Maybe tiny home tweaking is where it's at. But yeah, we were talking about getting that tractor to the auction. So I couldn't get the tilt deck to lower. So this guy who came to my garage sales, he came back, bought a whole bunch more stuff, which was delightful because I didn't have to end up moving this kind of stuff. No pen pictures, like peen pictures. Is that what you're? We're not doing peen pictures on this channel. At least not if I could help it. I'm gonna do my best to keep the peen picture content off this channel. And I think it's almost dark enough to try to plug in the light, so keep you on the edge of your seat for the end of the story. Solar storage to light this thing up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I just didn't have the power bar plugged in. Is that better? So Buddy came back on Thursday, and he's got what's called these rail jacks. And up here the big railroads are CN and CP, and they use these big jacks on the railroads. So the nickname is rail jacks. So he had 2 of them he brought, and so we jacked up the tail of the trailer, and then that helped the pressure release lower on the tractor, or on the trailer. So then once it was level, like imagine this is the back of the trailer. So we had it tilted up, and the tractor was sitting way far back on the end, and it needed to be a lot far more forward because there wasn't enough. It's really just the pressure release works by gravity. So when the load is centered, the weight of the load brings the hydraulic cylinder down. You saw me on Smurf Watch the other day? What? I thought so. The bowel's really scraping the bottom of the barrel. So then the other concern, okay, we got it level. Oh yeah, well, you saw me in the comments. Hey, Brandon Mitchell, welcome in. Welcome to story time, tweak time, tiny tweak time by the Lakeside Shack. Glad to have you here. Everybody raise a cup. Brandon's in the house. And so we got it level finally, and then we blocked the wheels on the trailer from going forward, and then just pulled the tractor forward. And as I was saying this morning, between the fenders of the tractor, well, let's go take a little walk. We might be able to see in this light. It's pretty dim. Might be able to get the idea. Yeah, that's pretty dim. Well, you see these fenders are sticking up, and yeah, the distance between them is 7 feet exactly, and my tractor tires, the outside of the sidewalls, was about 7 foot 4 inches. So I was worried that this edge was either going to cut the tire, or the tire might end up damaging the fender, which I didn't want to do. So I ended up just greasing the sidewalls of the tire with some grease, and it just slid in tires were touching on either side, but they weren't all squeezed. And we got it to the auction. I got it to the auction with the help of some useful provision there in the form of Buddy and his rail jacks and a tow rope and a little bit of ingenuity, and got it to the, the trip to the auction is about 20 minutes. I just took it slow on the gravel roads, no incidents, and it came off at the other end pretty good. And that was that. And just that day, condensed is back. Story time, late tweak time, yes. It's a lake. I showed it this morning. Like, this is an old gravel pit, so the pit is the pond, or the lake is the pond where they do the dredging. So I actually had an idea to do this years ago. Like, there's tons of gravel pits around this area, and people have done this kind of thing, but I found a gravel pit that was in use, but it was about to be decommissioned within years. Bow's on now? Stop restreaming me. But that's the next story I'll tell, maybe. And but that day, like, I was so stressed out, I needed to get that tractor to the auction. Otherwise, like, oh, we're doing that. Should we restream? Oh, I don't have multimedia here, so I can't restream them anyway. Go Bow. What is it? Oh, it's on Clash with Bow. I'll check it out in a little bit. I'll go see what the Badger is talking about. This badgeriness. Yeah, I didn't. Do I get a notice on that? I should be getting notifications on that. Where's my freaking notification? Oh well. Oh well. But I was just bagged from the previous, well, Wednesday it rained, so I couldn't really do much as far as getting that tractor going. Tuesday was a struggle just getting it started and whatnot, and steal his content? Well, he doesn't have any content either, so that's his whole shtick. He doesn't have content. Stealing from the stealer, leeching the leech. Let's leech the leech. And my dad was over helping me, and he just wears me out. So this was Thursday, and I kind of hit a wall around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I was up probably 5 or 6 o'clock that day, and I kind of just hit the ground running, and it was like this struggle. Both of you doubles screening each other. Yeah. Well, I haven't done a laptop stream in a while, so that's when I can do multi-screen stuff. I've just been doing, if you haven't noticed, it's just iPhone live stream. So I do have a newer, what is this called? Apple product, MacBook Air. So that should be able to, I haven't played around with live streaming on that one yet. The other Windows laptop, it's all packed away, so I won't be using that for a while. So I haven't installed any of the restreaming apps on this on this laptop. So just haven't had time. Like, I haven't done one of those multi-screen screen share streams in probably 2 or 3 months, because it's just been so hectic. But there will come a day when the leeches gets leached with extreme prejudice. And yeah, so going back to Thursday, the auction's coming up Saturday, so it looks like it might rain, which would push the auction back a month, or not a month, to the following weekend. But there was another auction for a different estate sale this past weekend on Saturday, and there was a good turnout. The auctioneer said they did pretty well. And so they were promoting my auction coming up this weekend on the 20th, Saturday, 10 o'clock. If you're in the Steinbach area, bring your checkbook. Bid high. So we'll see. We'll see what we get from the Massey. But there, I drove by Saturday afternoon, so I was renting a U-Haul covered trailer Saturday to Sunday, or no, I picked it up Friday. Picked it up Friday and I brought it back yesterday because I needed to make, I needed to haul some furniture. That's kind of part of the continuing story. But it's like through this whole process dealing with that tractor, it's like I wasn't getting any breaks whatsoever. Like it was just, the only thing breaking was heartbreak. And so things started to change on Thursday. We got that thing to the auction, and on the way there, like I said, I hit this wall. My energy was just zapped. On the way there, I just became energized, and I ended up like coming home, loaded up all this other heavy equipment, not equipment, but heavy objects. I had these big steel racks. They're like 6 feet by 6 feet, 4 by 4 steel tubes. It's for material racking, you know, for standing steel for welding up. I had some concrete footing pads, like these 18 by 18 by 6 footing pads. I had my bale spear, which weighs an ungodly amount. I had this wood stove, which, you know, I tilted that. So I tilted the trailer deck back up and then just walked it on and then leveled it out and then slid it forward. So I had, like, I was just, like I said, bagged at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But by the time I came back, I was just energized and let's get this thing loaded because I got to make this other trip with this trailer. And so I just gave her. So that was kind of like a turning point Thursday. And then on Thursday night, I reserved a U-Haul trailer and ended up picking it up Friday. And so brought it home, loaded it up. What did we load first? Just trying to think back. Can't even remember. But I mean, all these trips back and forth are starting to be just a blur. But oh yeah, I was loading up to haul stuff to my neighbors just for staging. So these two sweet old ladies live a couple doors down from my old place. They said, yeah, you can use our place just to stage stuff as you're moving it here, there, and everywhere. So that was very generous of them. And so I called the auctioneer Friday and I said, listen, I got this U-Haul covered trailer and I want to haul this furniture. I don't know if maybe some of you have seen that nice antique dining room set. You know, china cabinet and hutch and the dining room table with all that intricate wood carving and nice dining room chairs. So he didn't have inside storage up to this point, but on Saturday, no, I talked to him Saturday. Yeah, I talked to him Saturday after the auction, which was earlier in the day Saturday for those other people. And he said, you could bring that furniture. I've got an empty sea can now, so you can put it inside. Because my plan was to haul it to Winnipeg, which is an hour trip from here. Store it in my sea can that I'm renting, and then just before, because you know, if I didn't have inside storage, it would have got rained on today. And he said, no, I've got room. Bring it straight here. So I brought 2 loads of furniture to them yesterday. Today's Monday, yesterday was Sunday, yeah. I brought 2 loads of furniture to him yesterday, which we put all inside, which is wonderful. So that was another break that I really needed. So, because that would have been an extra 3 or 4 hours making round trips to Winnipeg, like 2 of them. And unloading at the other end, and then having to go back to Winnipeg and haul it from Winnipeg to like it just made my mind kind of tweak out, so to speak. And so that was a big break. And then yesterday, Dad was back helping, and that was just shit show. Maybe there'll be story time again. I'll foreshadow. Give not a spoiler alert, but I mean, God bless him. He's gonna be 80 next year or in a few months. And the shit show antics that I'm having to deal with is pretty wild. But shout out to a couple of content creators that I've really been getting getting juiced up over. Shout out to Aaron Clary. I don't know if you're familiar with his channel, aka Asshole Consulting. Just kind of social commentary, but he's talking about some of the things that I wanted to talk more about, like whether you call it generational warfare, the differences between the different things that different generations value. But he's a Gen Xer like myself. I think he's about 50 right now. I'm a couple of years older than him. But I mean, he speaks my language. Like, I don't agree with everything, and even his I mean, go check it out, Aaron Clary. But shout out to him, because like, just to give you an idea of what he's about is, you know, I don't know, at least once during every live stream, if he's talking about this topic, and no offense, Dad, but he's like, God, I hate boomers. So being a child of boomers is like, okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. I've got a brotherhood and sisterhood of people out there that understand. And then the other one is, the channel is called Societal Narcissism. And again, it's really attacking the boomers. Well, Aaron Clary, I think he thinks the millennials are even worse than the boomers. You'll have to go check out his content to see why. But shout out to Ollie Matthews, I think is the content creator. But Societal Narcissism, and I was watching one of his videos a few weeks ago, and he was just like, what viewers do is they write in, and if they make a donation, he'll read their story out loud and give commentary. And there's one story is like, you're talking about my dad. What the hell? So I commented, oh my God, they're all the same. So there is a bit of a pandemic of sorts. And so there might be some boomer roasting, boomer bashing. Like, please don't get offended, but my God. God help us. Dad, you're not I know you're not like any of the stories that I've heard online allegedly, but that's it was just uncanny. It's like there's lots of people going through this stuff. It's not just me, so I take heart in that. I forget where I was going with that. So yeah, Dad was helping yesterday, Saturday. I mean, I appreciate the help, but sometimes the value of the help is it kind of fluctuates, right? But he stayed till about 4 or 5, 6 o'clock, I forget, and then I had the rest of the little bits to load into my truck because the trailer was loaded for another load today, and so I was just loading up my half ton. I think you saw shots of it this morning, the super extreme Tetris challenge. So I got everything on the truck somehow, and then I was cleaning the house, and like my well, okay, here's a little story. Like my dad was just grabbing stuff, like because I was busy doing what I was doing, and he was grabbing things like my salt and pepper from the kitchen. It's like, okay, that's not boxed up. Why are you just grabbing stuff? It's not, I got no salt and pepper for anything. It's like, let me do the packing. You just load, or do some cleaning or whatever. So just, I don't know. Makes sense in his mind. Now I gotta go buy freaking salt and pepper because I don't know where it is. It's in this pile of stuff. Well, thanks for coming in, Jody. Get a good night's rest. Don't work too hard. And so I was just working in. There was stuff to clean out inside the house, stuff to clean out outside the house. So I'd be working in the house for half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. It's like, okay, time to go outside, have a smoke break. I don't smoke inside the house. And so it was dark already, much darker than it is now. And just brilliant northern lights last night. It was very brief, but I just happened to go outside, look up, and just incredible streaks of northern lights. Aurora borealis, for those who want the technical term. And so it was just like cool. Like I kind of love these heavenly displays. Like it's sort of like I alluded to before. It's sort of the universe or God or however you want to think. Just kind of giving you a little wink or a little nod. It's like, yeah, we're watching. So it was sort of just this little, for lack of a better term, I'll use the word blessing, just to be out there and see it. It wasn't a synchronicity per se, but I just happened to go out when they were shining very bright. About half the northern sky that I could see was just streaked. Some of the most amazing northern lights I've seen ever was at my property in the wintertime. Like it was just right above and just swirling. Like it was amazing. It was super trippy. That was a few years ago, but we're far enough north to see it well. I mean, I'm only 20, right now I'm 25 miles from the US-Canadian border. So it's fairly far south, but you still see it pretty good. Once you get north of Winnipeg and the lights of the city, it's even better. But well, yeah, just getting that little wink from the heavens, the northern lights. That kind of picked me up as well, because I was really losing steam last night. I was going till at least 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I forget the time. I think I rolled in here at around 2 at the Tweak Shack. So that was that story. And then today everything went fairly smooth. I guess it was sort of like I drove past the old property because I was hauling stuff to the neighbors, and they had a crew of people. I think half the town of Grunthal showed up. Like they have a lot of family and friends in the area. And so the yard was just filled with vehicles and people moving stuff in. They were champing at the bit to get in there. So shout out to them, new owners. I hope you enjoy that house as much as I did. And that was that. So yeah, kind of busy day, but not overwhelming. And then tomorrow is just another kind of easy paced day. Not gonna overdo it between now and the end of the week. I gotta tone things down. So just for my own health's sake, whatever that is. So just let's go babysit Bao for a minute, see what he's up to. Badger. Does anybody see a honey badger here? Honey badger don't give a fuck. I still have some data here. Oh, is he doing peen pictures or? Is this peen pictures? Let's give him a little Larata comment. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Just to let him know I'm watching you. I'm watching you fester. Where are we? Gotta put some emojis in there. Let's do some emojis. So yeah, it's getting pretty dark and I gotta make something to eat yet. So I think we'll reconvene another day. Let's see what's happening. Unless you have any pressing questions that I need to address. What's going on here? Yeah. So what are we at? We're at 8:30 and it's already dark. Wow. We're definitely into the fall season here. Max is KO'd. He put lots of miles in the truck today. So say goodnight, Maxie. Oh yeah, he's done. He's roached. He's a done doggy. So yeah, we'll pick this up on the next one. And it's time to go start commenting like an idiot on Clash with Bao. So meet you over there if anybody's interested. What we got here? I know you're itching a Smurf watch. This is the only channel that ends up. Just missed that comment. Let's go back and see. This is the only channel that ends to go watch Bao. I like Bao. He's a funny dude. Funny guy. And I'm kind of said everything I need to say today. My wood is all wet, so I was hoping to do a fireside chat. I'll say hopefully tomorrow night that'll happen. Gotta cut up some wood. And yeah, that was kind of the last few days, giving you a synopsis. You lurk and plot behind the scenes. Well, that's a good position to take. I commend Godspeed. So with that, let us bid each other good night, and we'll see you likely tomorrow on the next Tweak Stream, Travel Stream, Lakeside Shack extravaganza, allegedly. Good night.